Hi guys, welcome back to Fiery Love 1111. I'm here going to do a reading. Actually, I'm not going to do a reading just yet. What I'm going to do is this video is just going to be about a few more minerals, stones, healing stones, healing minerals that I have recently acquired and purchased, and I want to talk to you about the energy of them. So this is definitely a teaching little video, and as you can see, I have a lot. There's a lot laid out here, but I also have, there's some just all over. I just want to make sure the video is good, in good shape. So let me just move these. So I just want to talk to you about them, and we're going to get into the energy of them and see. So if there's anything that, as I'm talking to you, if any of these stones, the energies that I talk about resonate with you, then I would love for you to look into that a little deeper, because it's something that probably is calling out to you. Like your higher self or your soul, it probably is calling out to you to go get that, go purchase that, and help to heal some energy that is within and around you, to release it, okay? So, and a lot of these, honestly, it's very difficult at the very least sometimes to release these energies. So, there's so many that will surround us that we want to deny. Denial is a huge part of learning in this lifetime. And, acknowledging a truth within ourselves, that's the hard part. Because sometimes the truth that we see within us is not pretty. It's not pretty. And it's something that really needs to be looked at and honestly, quite honestly acknowledged as a truth in order to release it. So, I really encourage you, before you watch this video, or hopefully, like, before I really get started, pause the video and take a very deep breath and ask for your higher self's guidance in order to see the truth that you need to see within yourself. Some energies that, need to be released. I really encourage you to try to do that, because when you do that, you actually will free yourself. You will really free yourself from a darker energy that has been burdening you for possibly lifetimes, for really lifetimes. And when you finally acknowledge that truth, there is freedom in that. There really is freedom in that. You will actually feel an energetic release of, the heaviness on your shoulders, headaches, this really heavy feeling, literally a physically heavy feeling, just breathing and walking and stuff. That is release. It's lifted off of you when you can acknowledge it and say, I no longer want to hold on to you, whatever that energy is, okay? Once you acknowledge it and you can release it, then you can start fresh, and you can allow this newer energy to come in, a newer, more vibrant, healing energy to come in and help you. And that's how we evolve as souls. Okay, it's a work in progress. It's not perfect. And sometimes it really does take lifetimes for us to see these energies, okay? And, the whole reason for this video and the reason why I'm talking about these stones is because of a reading that I literally had done on myself. I really had done a reading on myself. And I'll just show you this real quick. And then we'll get into the stones. these cards, there were some cards that just kept coming up. Well, hold on, I'm going to try to find them. Well, anyway, I can't really find them right now, but I'll just tell you physically that there were some cards that had, it said jealousy, it said envy, it had some rage, it had some control was in it. And I'm like, I'm not like this. Why is this energy around me? And then, you know, it's kind of a long story, but I tapped into a past life energy of mine, a past life soul that had come to pretty much tap on my shoulder. And you know, I'll just pull the cards because I want you to get the visual on this. Here it is. The energies that were surrounding me was this energy of untruths. You know, it was hold on, I'm trying to find them. Purification. Here they are. Okay. All right. So sorry about that. Sorry about the silence there. I wanted to show you this. I'm going to tell you about a quick reading that I did on myself. And then what I'm going to do is get into some of the healing stones that will also help you. So, you know, this energy is coming right back to me real quick, and I'm going to get into it. But what happened was, you know, this energy of deception came in. It came through to me. And you know, the energy told me literally to read the book on this, and it would tell me more about what it meant, right? Hold on. And then, you know, I was reading the book on this, and then wrath came up too. Okay. Wrath came up. Abuse came up. Now these are all the cards from, it's the Dark Goddess Oracle, okay? So these were all the cards that popped out about this energy with a past life. Okay, so it was a past life that I lived, and I didn't die in a good way. I'll just say that to you, okay? There was a lot of negative energy surrounding how I died, and I died at a very young age. I died by the hand of somebody else, okay? I'll just say it that way. That's all I really need to get into it about it. But the energy of her soul as she died, all the energy that happened to her, okay, so in a past life, I had died by being strangled and thrown off a building, okay? There was a lot of jealousy, a lot of anger, a lot of rage regarding this, at the control of somebody else, and I had died at a very young age regarding this. And so when you die and pass over, you don't just wake up and start over and it's a whole brand new thing. You take bits and pieces of that, all the issues, the karma related to that life into another life in order to release it, in order to fix it, okay? So you almost have to bring in judgment to yourself. You bring in karma to yourself in order to release it, okay? In order to acknowledge that and release it. And I was very naive, I was very young, I was very trusting, and it was very hard. And so I connected on a very deep level just a little while ago with this past life soul, okay, with this past life person. And she showed me all these things that were in her energy field. She had abuse, in her energy field. She had wrath. She was very, she was very angry. She was still very angry because she died that young. This is an energy that surrounded her soul. Okay. So, and this control, she was being controlled by another. She was being controlled by another, which in turn, in this life, I've tried to be controlling of others too, because I didn't want this to happen again to myself. Do you see what I mean? So you take on this energy. I'm sorry if I talk really fast. It's just the energy's coming to me really, really quick, and I that's how I explain it. So in order to, not be controlled anymore. So I've taken on that energy of being controlling, right? And so what good does this solve? It's just never-ending process, right? If you're either going to be controlled or you're going to be controlling, but it's this back and forth energy of not really living in allowing yourself to surrender and forgive yourself and forgive others. It is controlling. It's very tight energy that's just so and it's hard and it's firm and it's deep and it's dark and it's heavy, right? And this is the energy that was surrounding her. And then, revenge came up too. She wanted revenge. She wants revenge. And she's envious of this life that she couldn't have. And this destruction, Kali is the god of destruction. She wanted to destroy everything around her that hurt her. She's still hurt. She's throwing out this energy like this, throwing it out because she's so hurt. She's so full of pain. There's so much pain there. And I took on all this energy and I just burst into tears of this past life I had lived. And then I realized, what good does it do? In spirit, my angel guides, my spirit guides showed me to read the definitions from this book. The book that's in there. Read the actual definitions of what those goddesses do. These are ancient worldly goddesses that have existed in the world forever. And I read from these books and I picked up different sentences here and there that really hit home. And they really helped me realize that I have been holding on to something that I can't control, right? When you try to control somebody else, all you do is take back that energy. Karma will never say, okay, you can totally control somebody else and you're never going to be hurt, Karma, like Kali's this goddess of destruction, which is kind of like karma, and she says, you can never be like that. You can never be controlling like that without holding up a mirror and having it bounce back on yourself. Something's always going to bounce back on yourself and hurt you, and I was sitting here just waiting for this apology to come through for this person that had caused this for me. And I realized I can die trying. I can live in this energy for the rest of my life. But then this is the energy I will take back. I will take into this next life because I'll have to come back. I'll have to come back and fix it. I'll carry on this energy of Kali, the destruction and this envy and all this, revenge and this control and abuse and wrath and deception, right? All this energy, if I don't release it, it's going to stay with me. And you cannot mess with somebody's free will. That's what Spirit showed me. You can't ever mess with somebody's free will because they're going to do what they're going to do when they're ready to do it. And if they never are ready to do it, I have to be okay with this. Okay, and Spirit showed me this. I can take back the power for myself, purify, because these cards came out too. I can purify this energy and release it and forgive myself and forgive that person that hurt me in that past life, whoever that is. I can forgive that person and forgive myself and release these energies and take back control of myself. I can take back my own divine sovereign energy of myself and be this beautiful, loving soul within myself, and just live in this energy of forgiveness, and what will be, and live in the energy of surrendering to the universe, surrendering to not controlling. It's surrender. Surrender's the opposite, the actual polar opposite of control. It's surrendering to what is, and just loving myself and releasing all this energy. And when I released all that energy, all that darkness, all that pain, all that envy and sadness, there was just this lighter energy that just like flowed through me. And all that darkness just went down. Of course, the darker energy is always heavier, right? So it just like released out through my feet, through my body, and this lighter energy of love and forgiveness of myself, of being naive, of being so trusting of somebody else and not trusting my own instincts. It wasn't that I put so much trust in somebody else. I didn't trust myself. And that's a forgiveness that has to come from within. It can't come from somebody else. No matter how much somebody else says, I'm sorry, that's not going to get fixed. That forgiveness has to come from within, because that's that's where it came from. I was too trusting of others, too naive. So instead of going like this, I was too trusting and too naive, and you took advantage of it. No, I let myself be taken advantage of, so I have to forgive myself. It's free will, right? I don't care about what other people think. I care about what I think. I care about how I heal. I care about what matters to me, right? What's best for me is best for everyone else. And I needed to forgive myself for this. I needed to take back control of my own life and say, look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to myself. I can forgive myself, and I can forgive you, and let it go. And when you do that, you do take on this energy of sovereignty, of taking back this free will energy of your divine, sovereign, loving being. You can do that. You can be your own karma. You can be your own justice, your own judgment, and forgive others and just let it go. And this all like just happened within a half an hour's time or so. I took all that energy on, I cried it out, I bawled like a baby, and then I realized I don't want to hold on to this anymore. I'm not going to hold on to wrath. I'm not going to hold on to this deception. I'm not going to hold on to this envy. I'm not going to hold on to this revenge. I'm not going to hold on to this control. I won't hold on to this abuse. I won't hold on to this wrath. I won't hold on to this deception. I won't hold on to anything. I want to purify myself. I'm letting it go. I'm purifying myself, and I'm taking back my own energy as a divine sovereign being. That's my free will, because I care about what I think. I care about how I heal. I care about how I grow. It's not about anybody else's free will. You can never control anybody else. Everybody has own free will. It's the major law of the universe. It's free will. No one should ever mess with anybody else's free will. You should, you take on your own free will. Take on your own energy. I don't care about what anybody else ever thinks about me. I only care about how I think about me. Can I look at myself in the mirror and say, okay, I've done my part. I've worked hard. I've forgiven myself. I've forgiven myself for all of these energies, and I'm going to be my own divine sovereign being. I don't care about being better than anybody else. I care about being better than I used to be. That's taking back your own sovereignty. Your own divine sovereignty. It's not caring about what anybody else thinks, but what you think. And I'm telling you, that's an empowered way of being. That's an empowered way of being. That's an empowered soul. That is listening to your higher self, not listening to your ego. It's taking back control of your own self, caring what you think, not what anybody else thinks. What matters to you? That's what Spirit showed me. What matters to me? Do I want to carry on that energy? Hell no. I was tired of that energy. It was heavy. It was dragging. It made me cry every day. It made me sad. It didn't make me feel empowered at all. It took away my power. I was not in control of my own self. And when I take that back, when I release that, when I said, okay, you know what? What's best for me is best for everybody else. I care about me. And I don't care about being better than anybody else, but I care about being better than I used to be. That's what mattered. That was the empowering sentence I needed to really hear from myself, from my higher self, in order to release all those negative energies. And now they're gone. They're gone. I will no longer ever, I can learn that lesson and say, I can purify myself. I can purify myself from these energies. I now know what deception looks like. I know what deception looks like. I know what wrath looks like. I know what abuse looks like. I know what control looks like. I know what revenge looks like. I know what envy looks like. And I know what destruction looks like. Okay, I know what all these energies look like. I can recognize them now. I can purify that from my energy field, from my soul. I can release it, and I can take back control of myself. That's what happened. That's what happened. And that is a beautiful, beautiful, empowering energy to hold on to. It's taking back control of yourself. And that's what happened to bring me to these healing stones that I want to talk to you about, because energy is energy, okay? Energy never leaves you. So the point of this reading I did for myself is to tell you, you can bring on those energies. You carry on these energies throughout every lifetime. Now when I died in that past life, that could have been, 500 years ago. I don't know. It could have been a long time ago. It could have been 100 years ago. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Time is irrelevant. We carry on these energies within us all the time, and stones carry energy. So you can heal yourself through these too. The awareness of what energies you hold within you can also help to heal it, to transmute it and heal it, transform those energies of those darker energies into something more empowering for ourselves to grow. Okay, so realize that. So if you have these energies within you that are destructive, that are, I know, of course, you may not be aware of it in the 3D world. Your energetic, your human 3D ego body may not be aware of it, but your higher self will be aware of it. Your higher self will be aware of it, and your higher self will call to that and say, hey, this will help you heal. This energy of this stone, this mineral, can help you heal. So take this and hold on to it. Carry it with you. Absorb this energy. It never leaves you. It never leaves this. It never leaves the object that it's in. It's made for. This is what it is. It is this energy. Okay. So when you hold on to that and you can release these energies. Okay. So what I'm getting at is that's why I've always been drawn to. I know you guys have heard me talk about these stones, the smoky quartz. So the smoky quartz helps repel negative energy, right? Why have I been called to use these? Because of the negative energy within my own field. It wasn't necessarily the negative energy around somebody else. It never usually is. It's within our own soul. It's within our own energetic field. That's why we see that in other people, because it's within us. When you have that energy of deception and destruction and envy and revenge and control within your own energy field, then of course you recognize that in somebody else. And you may not even be realizing that it's within you. I didn't really realize that energy was within me. I didn't feel it. I didn't acknowledge it until today. And I've known about it for years. but I didn't really see that it was actually within my energy field. So of course I'm going to be drawn to this smoky quartz because it repels negative energy. So what is my higher self trying to tell me? My higher self is trying to get rid of it. My higher self was trying to show me taking this smoky quartz and using the healing properties of this helps repel that negative energy that is within my own field. It's not with somebody else. Okay? That's the healing properties of this. Yes, I mean, yes, it does help repel negative energies from somebody else, but if you still have, so this is going really deep, it's going very esoteric, but when you have those negative energies within yourself of envy, jealousy, rage, you're still going to keep attracting it, right? So what good is it was this smoky quartz doing me? What good did it do me when the energy was still within me? You know, we are what we attract. And we attract what we are. You know, that saying is it's vice versa. It's the same thing. We are what we attract, and we attract what we are. If you have envy within you, and you have jealousy, and you have rage within you, you're going to attract those type of people. So release it. When you release it and you acknowledge it, you have to acknowledge it. You have to really do some deep, deep work and acknowledge it. Yes, this was within me. And maybe you don't know why. You know, it takes a lot of meditative work, introspective work, listening to your higher self, letting go of your ego in order to acknowledge these energies that are within us, okay? But once we fully let go of our ego, you know, let go of it and truly see the truth, ask to see the truth. When you ask to see the truth, you really have to be ready for that answer. You have to be ready for that answer because truth doesn't lie. Truth is truth no matter how the cards are played out. So you got to be ready to see it. You got to be ready to see it, and it's within ourselves. You see, so this is why smoky quartz, I was always attracted to using it. I felt compelled. I felt like, oh, so everybody's always out to get me. That was that other energy. Because I had died in that past life and I had all those energies surrounding me, I was always thinking somebody was out to get me. Somebody was out to hurt me. Or somebody, you know, I had all these energies around me that it didn't make sense until I put all the pieces together. You know, once you put all those pieces together, you can see the bigger picture. Your higher self and your soul says, see what I've been trying to tell you? See what I've been trying to show you? You didn't want to acknowledge it, but now I'm here and I'm showing you. This is it. This is that energy you carried on from the past life. So now, when I carry smoky quartz, that energy I hold within me, because it's not around me, because I'm releasing it, I'm not going to attract it anymore. You see? You see how beautiful that is? And I can allow more empowering energies to come into my energy field. You know, I can allow love to come in. I can allow self-control. You see, when you release that energy of trying to control others, you allow self-control to come in, and you learn to control your own energy. You learn what empowering yourself means, and you learn what it means to love yourself. You know, it really does. It really helps you to see what it means to love yourself. And not be better than anybody else, but be better than you used to be. That's my end game. That's my game. Every day I wake up and every day I go to sleep, have I tried to be better than I used to be? I don't care. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. I don't care. I don't care at all what anybody else ever thinks of me. That's an empowering way to be. But I care about what I think of me. I care about the energy I hold within myself. Am I being a loving person? Am I being kind? Am I being forgiving? Or am I holding on to these energies that I need to release finally? That I need to acknowledge and release? It's free will, baby. It's free will. And we're all allowed it. And that's the beauty of free will. Free will allows us to release those energies. It allows us to say we no longer want to be controlled by our own energies. I don't want to be controlled. I don't want to control somebody else. I want to control my own life. I don't want to envy other people. I don't want to have wrath. I don't want to have revenge or anger or rage. That's not me. That's not the real me. The real me that lives inside, that I know, that I love, that I appreciate, is very loving, is very giving, and is very happy and joyous and almost childlike in her joy of life. That's the real me that I want to embrace. That's the real me that I want to send out to others, that I want others to see of me. That's empowering. That's a loving way for me to be. So you really have to get deep and really deep and look at that and really acknowledge it. Acknowledge that dark energy for what it is. And say, and ask yourself, spirit, your higher self, your soul is always going to ask yourself, do you really want to hold on to this? They help you. All they do is hold up the mirror to it. When they hold up that mirror of envy and shine it on yourself, that's all your higher self does. It shines it on yourself to say, look how ugly envy really is. Look how ugly jealousy really is. Look how deceptive that deception energy really is. Do you really want to keep bringing that into your energy field? Or do you want to be empowering? Or do you want to empower yourself and forgive and let it go? Just let it go, right? So this is what's been calling me to take on all these energetic stones, because I'm trying to release something I didn't know I had. Okay, there was the energies within me that I didn't realize I had. I didn't want to acknowledge it. My ego put a brake on it. And my ego said, don't you dare look at that. You're just going to hurt yourself. That's not true. The ego is always about like, oh, I'm just fine and dandy. Don't you hurt yourself. Don't get hurt by others. It's a very boxed in horror, the mask on the side of the face of the horse and, kind of energy. It's blinders on. It's just blinders. And the ego is blinders. But our higher self will always show us the truth. Okay, so I know I was going off on a tangent, but it is to prove a point. Okay, so if you're always feeling this energy of really wanting to love yourself, that's what the pink rose quartz is an energy of loving yourself. So, and I've always been called to use this. I have like 4 of these. I have 1 in my purse, 2 here, 2 other places. I carry it everywhere. And this energy is of unconditional love. It is of letting go of any betrayal energies within yourself and with others, of loving yourself more. I've always been called to rose quartz. And why? It comes right back to this. All these energies. Because I wanted this to be more powerful than the ugly energies that are here. The destruction and the wrath and the bleh, all that crap. All that ugly crap. I wanted to let go of that and love myself more. So the rose quartz, I've always been called to use that. And it's a reason for it. It's listening to your higher self and listening to your soul and saying, what's best for me? What is best for me? What will help me be better than I used to be? Okay, rose quartz helps us do that. The rose quartz really helps us to do that. It's unconditional love. It is it's unconditional love of others and of ourselves, and it's forgiving. It's really important. So if you're really being called to this, if this almost makes you cry thinking about rose quartz, get some. Get some, and it'll help you see some darker energies within you that can pull that out and help you release it, okay? And then, of course, this is one of my all-time favorites. I've told you about this before, bloodstone. Bloodstone is just this beautiful energy that I can never get enough of. And I love, the rougher forms of it because it's cut cleaner from the earth. It hasn't been polished much. There was a little bit of polishing done, but it hasn't been much. It's very close to the earth type of energy. Hasn't been handled by human hands. And the bloodstone helps bring, I think it's clarity and truth, if I remember right. It's cleansing. Yeah, cleansing. It's cleansing of the darker energies. It's very cleansing. And purifying of those negative energies that are within us. So there's another reason. You know, I was called to get this years ago. And it helped in using this stone. It helped find me to those stone, to that energy of that envy, of that jealousy, because it helps to purify. It helps to bring it out of your energetic field and purge it once and for all. Okay, so bloodstone is very, hold on one second, I'm going to get something else to read to you. Sorry, it's in my book that I want to, I know I've talked about this before in another reading, but I just want to talk about it again because I think it's very important to remember to use these energy stones, the minerals, and cleanse your energy. It's daily. It's a daily process. It works. You know, you can't just use it for 5 minutes and once a month and expect it to kind of work. You have to like keep that energy around you and keep working on it and keep utilizing the energy that's within this to get to those answers that you need and clear your energy, okay? So bloodstone is a cleansing, it's a healer, it gives you courage. And just remember, it's always two-sided. It's not just courage to do things on the outside world, but courage to do things within. Courage to see the truth within us, right? It has to come first before we can have the courage to see the truth on the outside world. Everything always starts within, okay? We can't have anything outside of us till we have it within us. Okay, so that unconditional love, that unconditional, that forgiveness, it has to start within. But bloodstone is very cleansing with this. It's healing. It gives us courage. So I encourage you, if you're feeling drawn to use this, go get yourself some, okay? It's very, very empowering. And then, you know, another one that I truly love, and I have a lot of them, is amethyst. And I actually have more than I'm even showing you in this video. Look how beautiful this this is definitely, you know, rough cut right from the earth. You know, you can see the stone on the back, but it's a very, very beautiful energy. Like here's another rough cut piece. I love the deep purple. And then here's some that are just, that are, you know, some smaller polished stones that you can keep in your pocket, or, you know, throw one in your purse. You know, put one in your bra or something like that, you know, just anywhere that helps you with healing. And so I'll just talk about that real quick. And the energies of the amethyst it strengthens the endocrine and immune systems. It enhances the right brain activity. It's a powerful blood cleanser and energizer. It helps mental disorders and a purification and regeneration on all levels of consciousness. It transmutes one's lower nature into the more highly refined aspects of their higher potentials. It's alchemy and transformation, okay? It cuts through illusion. This is one of the most important parts of amethyst, I think, because it cuts through the bullshit of illusion and brings in a higher truth. Wow, right when I said that, as I was looking at my camera, everything got brighter on the screen, but not like right by me, just on the camera. It got really bright when I said that. Cuts through the bullshit of illusion. I mean, who does not love amethyst for that? Just for that same reason. It enhances psychic abilities. It's excellent for meditation, channeling. It's calming, protective. So if any of these energies ever call to you, get some amethyst, stick one in your pocket, put one in your back pocket, carry one around with you all the time. Put one in your purse, in your backpack, in your jacket, on your desk. At work, yeah, right at your desk at work is a beautiful way to do that. Or if you don't have a desk, then wherever you work, if you're out in the field, put it in a jacket, put it in your hat. Something to keep you with this energy and cut through the bullshit of illusion. I mean, how beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? Because this 3D world is full of illusion. Isn't it? It's full of bullshit. So why not cut through it and get to the truth of the matter? So get some amethyst. Amethyst is beautiful for that, okay? And then these are, so, I've always had clear quartz. Clear quartz is one of the most powerful stones you can ever get, ever have. It helps intensify the energies of any other stones and minerals around it. It is one of the most powerful you can have. If you only ever get a clear quartz, if you can only ever get one stone, get a clear quartz. That's how powerful it is. Okay? And I'll read a little bit more to you about that. Sorry, I have everything written down here. I just wanted to read it to you. I can't memorize it all. It enhances the crystalline properties of blood, body, and mind. It's an emotional balancer, stimulates brain functions, amplifies thought forms. Full spectrum energy activates all levels of consciousness, dispels negativity in one's energy field and in the environment. It receives, activates, stores, transmits, and amplifies energy. So say you want more clarity on bullshit and on the breaking through the bullshit of illusion. You want it even stronger than amethyst? Take a clear quartz with amethyst. Keep those together, and that'll amplify that amethyst and make it even stronger. And you will cut through that bullshit, and you will see clarity so much better. You will see the truth very clear, but you have to be ready for it. That's the thing with truth. Don't ask for the truth unless you're ready to see it. That is a motto I live by, that I've always lived by. My grandmother taught me to live by. Don't ask me for the truth unless you're really ready and willing to hear it, because I won't lie. And it's an energy that's within me. And if that really rings true for you, if that's something that you want in your life, then call to it and get this energy of the clear quartz. It'll help you do that. So it also enhances the interdimensional communication and the communication with your higher self and your spirit guides. See, so clear quartz is one of the best energy stones you can ever have. Okay? I definitely recommend, if that calls to you, go get some. Definitely go get some. But one of the newest ones, one of the newest stones I wanted to show you that I got was this, we all know tiger's eye. Here, I'm going to show you. I'll show you tiger's eye first. I'll get to my favorites last. These are my favorites. But, we all know tiger's eye. It comes in a variety of forms. As you can see, this is citrine. Sorry, this is just citrine's another beautiful stone to have, and I'll get into that. But tiger's eye is another beautiful stone to get. You can see the lines. So tiger's eye helps. I'll tell you here. It's a variety of quartz. It's beneficial for spleen, pancreas, digestive organs, your colon. So each one of these mineral stones also helps to heal an organ in your body, a system in your body, even if it's the lymph glands, the blood, a blood cleanser. If you're having any health issues, okay, look into what stones help with these certain health issues, even help to heal cancers in your body. Cancer is another form and way of saying dis-ease. Okay, so clearing these energy within these stones can help clear that, okay? So the tiger's eye, it's an emotional balancer. Okay, I'm just going to hold these up while I read this to you. It's an emotional balancer. It enhances the connection with personal power and will. So if you're really feeling like somebody else is controlling you, or you don't have self-control in your own life, tiger's eye will really help with that. Okay? Just bringing in your own personal power, your own will, self-will. It's grounding, it's centering, it helps, soften stubbornness. Well, I know everybody that knows me is probably going to say, well, geez, Tess, why do you only have 2 of these? You should have 10. They know how stubborn I am. I'm very stubborn. So it helps soften stubbornness. That's a little joke on myself, but anyway, it enhances clear perception and insight. It's a slightly masculine energy too, so it helps you, bring in those energies of taking control of your life, your finances, your job, your life. It's just, slightly masculine. It's not very strong in that way, but tiger's eye will help you tap into these energies. So if you're feeling drawn with any of those messages I gave on tiger's eye, I definitely recommend you go get one, okay? And then, citrine. I have a few different citrine. I have this stone, and I also have a beautiful necklace that I wear that I really love. And I want to tell you about this. It's also good for... Most people know citrine as attracting abundance. That is for me, the energy I feel that it holds the strongest. It's attracting abundance and wealth. It's a very, very beautiful energy. It also detoxifies the physical, emotional, and mental bodies. It enhances the body's healing energy. It's very healing. Diminishes self-destructive tendencies. So if you have a way of, sabotaging yourself with fear, any energies like that, then I recommend you get that citrine because it will help dispel those energies. It helps raise self-esteem. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy to have. A powerful alignment with higher self, a lightheartedness, cheerfulness, hope. It's warming, it's energizing, and yes, it attracts abundance. So if any of these energies calling out to you, I definitely recommend you get some citrine in your life, either as a stone or, I like to wear the necklaces of certain stones, like for a day, if I'm really feeling that I need a little bit more warmth and joy and, really wanting that abundance to come in, I'll wear that for a day or two and really draw that energy in. Very helpful. Okay. And now I told you more before about sodalite. Sodalite's another beautiful, beautiful energy. Here's a softer, shined, smoothed stone of that variety. I have like 4 of them, but I just brought 2 of them out. And here's a rough cut. Isn't this beautiful? This rough cut of sodalite. Sodalite's one of my all-time favorite energies and stones and minerals that I use and carry around. And I'll read to you the reason for it. It balances male and female polarities. Okay, so with that being said, it means, if you're always a very masculine, dominant type person, sodalite helps bring out the feminine, softer side of you, and vice versa. So sodalite's very good with balancing that. It alleviates fear. Okay, it alleviates fear, calms and clears the mind. It's slightly sedative, it's grounding, it cuts through density and illusion, bringing clarity and truth. So the main reason I got sodalite years ago was in doing my readings, I needed to have that clarity and truth come through in order to help others, in order to help myself. So when I used this energy, it helped see the truth that was surrounding me, all those negative energies that were surrounding me. It helps bring that about, along with the amethyst. So if these are calling to you and you're needing clarity, if you're feeling this heavy energy and disillusioned by life, it's happening a lot right now in the world. Sorry, there's somebody backing up and an alarm going off outside. I apologize for that. I encourage you to get some sodalite. It'll bring that clarity and truth. Enhances communication, creative expression, and it has similar qualities as lapis lazuli. And like told you, lapis lazuli is in my ring. And so that, energy is very strong. So this calls to you, get some sodalite. Rough cut, the smooth polish type, doesn't matter. A necklace, bracelet, it doesn't matter. You're still going to draw that energy within you, and it will help you with those energies, okay? And, we all know turquoise. Turquoise is another beautiful energy. I have quite a few rings, necklaces, turquoise. If anybody has ever known me, for as long as, this is the stone I've always had over any other stone ever, even diamonds. I have turquoise with me more than any other stone, and I always have since I was old enough to wear a ring and carry that stone. I have used turquoise. Now don't get it confused with this one. This is Larimar, but I do have a beautiful turquoise ring I will wear once in a while. And turquoise is very, very beautiful and needed for these energies. It helps tone and strengthen the entire body. It's a tissue regeneration energy. It aids in circulation, lungs, the respiratory system. It vitalizes the blood, nervous system, aligns your chakras, okay? Enhances meditation, creative expression, peace of mind, emotional balance, communication, friendship, and loyalty. So turquoise is a beautiful, beautiful energy. Look at this stone. This is very, right? Cut from the earth, and it's one of the more beautiful minerals that I could ever own. It really is. So if any of these energies are calling out to you, and there's other ones too that I'm reading just the main energies for most of these stones, but if there's others and it calls out to you, then I encourage you to get that. And some people can confuse chrysocolla with turquoise. It's not. It's very different. Chrysocolla, turquoise is a lot more solid. It's not as fragile at all. It's very strong. It's very heavy. Chrysocolla, on the other hand, is very light. I've already broken a few pieces off that, just dropping it very gently. It can be very fragile. But chrysocolla is a very beautiful energy for the fact, it aids in preventing ulcers, digestive problems, arthritic conditions, strengthens lungs and thyroid gland, enhances metabolism. So, the energies I'm talking about aren't just spiritual and spiritual energies. It's physical. It helps you on a very physical 3D level, okay? The energies within these stones are within it, and they help fix those energies within our physical body, okay? So if you're getting a lot of mouth ulcers, if you're getting ulcers just in general, to carry some chrysocolla with you. So look how beautiful that is. It just was shining. So pretty right now. I don't know if you saw that. Enhances metabolism, excellent for female disorders. So, I've always recommended chrysocolla for people during their time of the month. If you have a heavy flow, if you're very crampy, very bitchy, I want to kill everybody, that kind of energy, carry some chrysocolla. It'll really help alleviate those female, even out. It won't really alleviate, it won't get rid of it, but it'll help alleviate and soften those those energies of around the time of the month, you know, any, or even just, you know, pre-menopause, menopause, anything that can be happened, prepubescent, it doesn't matter. It helps with all those female disorders, okay? Alleviates fears, guilt, tension, helps clear subconscious imbalances, activates feminine qualities, you know, amplifies the throat chakra for creative expression, power, communication, joy, and emotional balance. So it definitely helps to speak your mind. If you're having trouble speaking your mind and really speaking your truth, and just speaking up in general, if you have a hard time with those energies of being able to communicate, get some chrysocolla. It helps very, very much. And I use these all the time. So if any of these energies are calling out to you, just like I said with all the other ones, I encourage you to get one. All right. And on to my last two that I just went out and bought within the last few months. Now these two are just amazing. They really are amazing. This one is aventurine. Aventurine. It's not adventure, like going on an adventure. Take the D out. It's aventurine. Aventurine is it's usually green, okay, but in this case it almost looks like, compared to that one, it looks a little bit more a little teal. It's like a forest green with a lot of white in it. It's pretty, you know, very shiny, very beautiful. I don't know if you can see that. It purifies the mental, emotional, and etheric bodies. It aids in releasing anxiety and fear. So, you know, when I got this energy, I got this mineral stone just for that reason, because when you release, you get help to release those anxieties and fears. When you release that, it helps to bring in the truth. So if you're really needing to see the truth of something, but you know, fears stop us, anxiety stops us from seeing a truth, aventurine helps to clear that. It helps to clear that, to bring in that truth and see something for what it really is, okay? It stimulates muscle tissue, it strengthens the blood, it enhances our emotional tranquility, positive attitudes towards life. So, you know, if you suffer from depression, anxiety, there's a lot of that going on in the world right now. I encourage you to get aventurine. It really will help. It's a very powerful physical healer. So I also had, that's another reason why I got aventurine, because I was having some physical ailments in my life that the doctors still couldn't figure out. But it enhances like healing in the physical 3D body. So it's a very, very strong energy. And, you know, I love this because it is rough cut. Now you can find it, like I said, in, oh, look how pretty that is, how shiny. I love that. You know, bracelets, necklaces, find a good quality mineral rock shop. There's one that I go to in Cascade. It's actually just west of Manitou Springs. And I get my minerals here. And if you have any questions or want to find out more, I can give you more of that information. Yeah, so, you know, I definitely recommend getting this aventurine. It brings emotional tranquility, positive attitude towards life, brings one into alignment with their center, its independence, its health, its well-being. So if any of these energies really call out to you, I encourage you to go get not just one, get a few. If any of these stones I've told you about, you know, call to you, go get them. Go get more than one. Surround your life with them, and you know, bring that energy towards you in all aspects of your life. You know, you can put them in a bath. Take a nice mineral. I always recommend mineral salt, hot mineral salt baths. You know, especially in that right now in this time and age and that's going on in the earth right now, dispelling and clearing out all that negative energy, and take, you know, bring one of these stones in with you. It helps clear the negative energy that it may have absorbed, and helps release that energy to you, to help you heal. Now the last one I want to talk about is, it's so cool. I just love this one. This one has been very helpful for me too. And it's called serpentine. Now serpentine, I have it written here somewhere. Where is that? What did I do with it? Sorry. Oh, healing. Yeah, healing. Duh. You know, serpentine energy is very healing. Healing on all levels, okay? All levels of physical, mental, emotional, etheric, past life energies. It's very healing on all those levels. So serpentine is very powerful. Okay, so if you're feeling any energies that are, the heavier ones, depression, anxiety, anger, rage, anything. So, this serpentine helps heal this. Okay, it helps heal on all levels. And it is the main energy of this stone is healing on all levels. So, now that I told you about my reading, I told you about what happened to me, can you see why I was drawn to all these stones? The healing and clarity and truth and dispelling negative energy and bringing in love for myself. And you see I needed all that energy within my energetic system to get rid of this energy, that deception, to get rid of the wrath within me, to get rid of the abuse that had happened to me and that I was trying to inflict on others. You have to see the truth for what it is. You're not, people aren't always, out to deceive others. Sometimes we deceive ourselves. Okay? So, clarity and truth brings out clarity and truth. I needed to see that within myself. I needed to see, I'm not this horrible victim, I've been decepted, I've been deceived, and everybody's out to hurt me, everybody's out to get me. Well, what about the energy you hold within yourself? I really had to take a good look at that. And Soda Light helps bring that clarity and truth. It helps dispel all that negative, an amethyst helps dispel all that bullshit. Cuts through illusion to see the truth for what it is. That's why I was attracting deception. Why do you think I was attracting deception? Because I had it within my own energy field. When you get rid of that, when you release it, you won't attract it anymore. I had to release the wrath. I had to release the abuse, the control, right? All these things, yes, happened to me, but because they happened to me, I also took that energy on, and I was trying to do it to others. Even just little subtle ways. I wasn't being really overly controlling or anything like that, but I had it within me. I had it within me because it happened to me. So, of course, I'm still going to attract it. Until you're ready to really see the truth for what it is and clear it out, clear that energy out, then you can release it. Then you can release it. Then you can dispel it. Then you can dispel all that revenge. And all that pain, all that envy, all that destruction. Purify it, right? Purify it with the smoky quartz. Purifies, get rid of all that negative energy along with the bloodstone. Purify it with loving yourself, forgiving others, and forgiving yourself. We find it so easy in this life, this day and age, at any time. I don't care who you are. I don't care any age, gender, race, ethnicity, anything. It doesn't matter. We always seem to find it easier to forgive others than we do to ourselves. But we don't really forgive others fully until we can forgive ourselves. So look deep. Spirit is encouraging you to look deep. Look deep within. And when you can acknowledge those as a truth, they no longer hold power over you. They automatically will dispel and release when you can acknowledge it and say, okay, this is what I did, and I no longer accept it in my life. You dispel that. It just releases. It goes from being this in your life, this rage and control and wrath, and you see how white-knuckled I am, and you know all this blah, blah, blah. When you can look at that and your eyes can see that this is what's in my energy field, and you can see that, and you can say, you know what? That's not me. That's not me. I no longer will do that. I won't do that to anybody else, and I won't do that to me. When you can release that, it no longer has any power over you or anybody else. And you can release that, and then you can bring in this purification energy. It can transmute that energy into a beautiful energy of loving yourself. That's what it is. And empowering yourself. Seeing that sovereignty that is ours as a right. We're here on this earth, living, learning, releasing, forgiving, and growing. That's divine sovereignty. Being better than we used to be. Just being better than we used to be. So I really hope this reading helped you. I hope it encourages you to look within and find these answers for yourself. Find the answers within yourself, face it, and release it. You know, and these energetic stones, these minerals will help you to do that, see that truth, and help you release it to be better than you used to be. Who wants to be better than they used to be? That's what Spirit wants to know. Do you want to be better than you used to be? All right, guys, I love you. I love you very much. Thank you very much for watching. Please comment below if you have any comments for me. I'd love to hear them. I know I haven't been on for a while. A lot of changes going on in my life right now. But I love to send out these readings and hope to help each one of you see that you can always be better than you used to be. You can always be better than you used to be. It's why I do what I do. All right, I love you guys. Take care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.